As we enter the final phase of the rut, those with tags can still look forward to high-quality hunting opportunities. With the number of remaining does and estrus decreasing, bucks ramp up the search, covering more ground in the process. A great time to see a new buck, the morning of November 26 finds Zach Rosmus slipping into the same bedding ridge he's had great hunts on the past few days.
Good morning, it is November 26th, and we are all set up. And this is back in that secluded area of my farm that I hunted the other morning, where I had probably arguably one of the better rut hunts I've ever had, without killing a deer, of course. But beautiful morning, kind of cool, crisp. Hopefully we didn't make too much noise getting in here. We actually rode tandem on the Kaufman bike back here this morning. So one of the things that we've been encountering a lot here is it seems like there's a lot of does on my farm down here in Area 52. And this late rut has been really good. We've had a lot of mature bucks that have kind of moved into the area. So hopefully we can cash in on that this morning. Good deer. Yeah, he's coming up the path. Pretty sure I saw a flash of a rack back there too.
While Zach watches the young stud work off, 30 miles to the northwest, Kaleb Greiner is back in the pinch stand, continuing his season-long quest for Hog Jr.
A lot of does coming down from the top.
About 11 o'clock. Our plan was to only come in here and hunt till midday, since the midday's been so slow, and I haven't gotten a pattern or a read on where these deer are feeding at in the afternoon. So we've only got 7 days left, by the way, to get this deer killed before shotgun season starts. And I think the game plan is just to hunt 2 different stands, the pinch and the rye plot stand, that new stand that we hunted the other day. Depending on the wind, if it's northwest, we'll hunt here. If it's southwest, we'll hunt the closer to the rye plot stand. And we're gonna put in all day sits. I mean, midday movement has been great, but we're just gonna put our time in and do everything we can. That way, after December 3rd hits, and I get some text, Hog Jr. shot by a shotgun hunter, at least I'll say I did everything I could to try to hunt that deer with the time I was given. So, gonna get down, go get something to eat, and start working. Catch up with the guys tomorrow.
With incoming gun seasons looming, Kaleb sticks true to his plan, bouncing between spots, logging hours on stand, giving himself a chance. As the final days tick away, November 29th arrives, and rather than hunting, Kaleb makes the decision to scout, trying to find the destination food that the deer are using. That same afternoon, 345 miles to the southeast in central Illinois, team member Jim Shearer has this step figured out. Set up in a travel corridor between the food and nearby bedding, Jim heads to the field, bow in hand.
We are sitting in a nice little travel corridor here. I've got a little field about 50 yards away, and then behind me I have a cut cornfield. We're sitting down in the bottom of this little valley. They don't have any particular trail. It looks like these scrapes are kind of random. There's overhanging branches, but they're not on any particular trail or something. They're just there, just out in the middle of nothing. So, like I said, we'll see if there's any deer movement this evening. We should be able to see them from here. It's got a good view. I've got a little field on the other side here of the road, and then behind me there's a cut cornfield. You go up the hill to the cut cornfields. I just had to sit down. I just shot the short tine 10. Came into 15 yards, gave me a nice shot, slightly quartering to, but he went on to the next hillside. I could see him fall. Oh, I'm excited. Gee whiz. I'm gonna get down before it gets too dark and let's go see this deer, okay? Here he is, the short tine 10. As you can see, he didn't get his 5th point on this antler this year, so he's 5 years old. I passed him at 3 years old, and I didn't even get to see him at 4, but just one time. And I think that he's actually significantly smaller than he was last year, but he always had these big brow tines. I give that a thumbs up. That was a cool hunt, and I really never thought it was going to happen that way. But he's a great deer, 5-year-old buck, Southern Illinois.
The following day, November 30th arrives with frigid cold conditions. Adhering to his plan, Kaleb makes another trek to the pinch stand.
He's not even looking our way.
No, he's looking away. He's looking towards it. He's got his ears pinned back. He's all puffed up.
Did you see how mad he looked?
Yeah.
See that thicker tree? What's that tree? Oh, it's guards. It's guards. Is it? On the right. Through the, look. Did you see him?
In the same spot?
No, right here in the thicker stuff. I'm gonna sit down. I don't know if I can take a shot if he's wearing guards. I don't have a shot there, dude. There's too much brush. I have no shot. There's no shot. We've got so many deer to our right. So many. Oh, I hit a limb, dude. I hit those lungs though. He's right by the vine. Oh. He literally was acting like he was gonna go down. We were joking about it yesterday. We were like, how cool would it be if him and guards came in at the same time and they fought? Oh, dude! Both at the same time. Oh, that was so cool. That was so cool. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but dude, I did get great penetration, but I think I got a good chunk of that arrow in him.
That was like a 15, 20 minute.
Let's go, dude!
That was crazy. Oh my god.
Holy smokes, dude. I knew he was gonna be here. That's 2 days in a row he was here. Northwest wind, we finally got the right wind. We've been grinding for that deer so hard, man.
Oh my gosh.
All right, guys, it's probably 8 o'clock. And we just got an air window. I think I double lunged him. I have a small window where he was, but guards walked through it. I ranged it, and Hog Jr. was walking right behind him. I mean, that deer did the same thing he's been doing all season. Oh, I'm just so overwhelmed. We've been hunting this deer so hard. We got an arrow in him. We're gonna go back, look at the footage, I think, before we go track this deer, because it's 8 o'clock in the morning. We got all day. We've been working so hard. Everyone's been wanting to see this one come together. And Jacob and I just could not be happier right now. All right, guys, it's about 2 hours after the impact. And we called the boys. We got the whole Midwest Whitetail crew out here, all the interns, Gavin and Rye. And we look back at the footage, it looks like after I hit that limb, that arrow almost shot up into him like a quartering away shot. And at least liver, and it looks like double lungs too, so we saw just blood pouring out of him. So we're gonna be real quiet, just ease up, follow the blood trail. I still think he went down close to that blind, but you never know for sure. So we're gonna get after it, track him, see what happens. Dump it, dump it. I feel good about the shot. Should be dead. Oh, he's winged pretty far for how much he's bleeding. He's got to be so super close. Boys, there he is. He's right here. Oh, dude, look at that. Oh, Steve. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I've been waiting for this. Oh, holy smokes. What a cool deer. It's awesome, boys. Dude, give me some, man. All the grind paid off. Well, guys, it's the morning after. Super thankful that we caught up with this deer. I still can't believe it. But I just want to go over a little bit of history that I had with him. I picked up a shed off him in 2020. I thought he was a 2-year-old that year. I didn't have a lot of pictures of him, but a few. And going into the 2021 season, he wasn't really on my radar, but I had one really good encounter with him that year on the same ridge that pinch stand where we hunted yesterday was. But gosh, he was just such a beautiful deer, a strong 4-year-old. And nonetheless, I elected to pass him that year. And man, am I glad that I did, because just an awesome accumulation of events, a great story, great cat and mouse game with this deer this year. After the 2021 season, I realized that where I was hunting now was the very southern part of his core area. So going into the 2022 season, I knew I had to be as cautious as possible, but at the same time be as aggressive as I can, because this deer did not spend very much time on this farm. Whenever I didn't have pictures of him, whenever I did not know that he was on the farm and to the north, I would not hunt that pinch stand on a south wind. You guys have seen me hunting that pinch stand a lot this year, and I've mentioned it multiple times that this was just the best funnel I've found in all my years of hunting. And I think the reason that it makes it so good is just because it's just that strip of timber that comes into a little draw, which connects it into the sanctuary timber that I was hunting. On the majority of these hunts, these deer would be filing back in the mornings from ag, coming into bed. And that midday action too was just phenomenal, just because there's so many deer that bed on that draw as well. And those bucks would just cruise back and forth all day, which made for a really fun hunt. But overall, I couldn't be happier with this deer and the story to come to an end. It's a little bittersweet, but really this deer got killed off of teamwork. I got a great group of guys that I get to work with, and you know, Jacob spent a lot of time with me in the tree and a lot of all-day sits, a lot of brutal weather as well. So hats off to him. Thank you again, man. Going forward, I'm really excited to get back at it with the bow. Late season's right around the corner, and we've got a bunch of really good targets. But as always, thank you guys for watching.
A storybook ending doesn't often occur, and nobody deserves it more than Kaleb Greiner after a grueling 2022 season. Just like that, the month we wait for each and every year is over. Reflecting on the past 30 days, we couldn't have asked for more, experiencing adrenaline-filled action on nearly every single trip to the stand. Here's to you, November.
Come this way. Yeah. More years. Whoa. Some anxious moments here. Oh, my word. Woo! Give me some.
I just had to sit down.
Smoked him. Are you serious?
Breeding, fighting, I mean, it's one of the best hunts I've ever had, so.
Let's go, dude! That was crazy. Oh, we've been grinding for that deer so hard.
With the calendar page flip, a few days remain in the Iowa bow season, and longtime team member Matt Dykstra has had close encounter after close encounter with great bucks all season. Grinding it out until the very end, Matt takes to the field self-filming, trying to create some last-second magic.
Matt? I was hoping it would be a matter of time until we could catch up to this deer. And this cold snap that came through, and it really got these deer up moving tonight. Really thankful with only 2 days of bow season left before the shotgun season open. Just blessed to be able to wrap my tag around this beautiful buck.
I give that a thumbs up. That was a cool hunt, and I really never thought it was going to happen that way. But he's a great deer, 5-year-old buck, Southern Illinois.
Super thankful that we caught up with this deer. I still can't believe it. Just an awesome accumulation of events, a great story, great cat and mouse game with this deer this year. It's a little bittersweet, but really this deer got killed off of teamwork.
The afternoon of day 7, and we have been struggling to get on a good bull. We've glassed up some smaller bulls and a couple broken bulls, but nothing that we really wanted to go after.
Kaleb said it perfectly. Behind every great story and giant buck comes a long list of people to thank. Teamwork makes the dream work, and the season we've had so far couldn't have been possible without a group effort and a hint of luck. Following a grueling week in the mountains that produced great views but minimal elk action, Mike Reed and Rye Ludwig make the cross-country trip back to Iowa, wasting no time preparing for Iowa's incoming gun seasons. A historically great time of the year for the Reed family, excitement is high to spend time together doing what they love, and all eyes shift to the home farm where many great bucks are active. With awesome weather on the horizon, we welcome newly activated tags, and though we crave the craze of the rut, late season's predictability is gladly accepted. A quality food source is now the key, and buck action can dramatically fall off if this isn't in a hunter's recipe. Now is the time to cash in on the long hours spent in the field all off-season in preparation for these very moments. Though plenty of good days lie ahead of us, nothing can compare to the feeling we had when we were chasing November.